News from the Street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the Street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the Sea Champion. In the headlines, serious changes to the national insurance system are imminent. Small and medium-sized businesses are critical to revive the economy in this post-pandemic era. An early morning Tobago fire Sunday morning claims the life of a 97-year-old woman, and internationally, thousands stranded in Bangladesh as authorities stop almost all public transport due to a deadly resurgence of COVID-19 infections. And now the news in detail. Finance Minister Com Imbert has stated that changes to the national insurance system are imminent. Imbert made the statement in the House of Representatives on Friday. He gave a time frame on how soon this will be embarked upon.
The Ministry of Finance will soon embark on a series of national public consultations, as well as consultation with all stakeholders, including trade unions and employers' representatives, before any decisions are made with respect to the appropriate way forward to preserve and protect the long-term viability of the national insurance system.
While making his contribution on Friday, Minister Imbert listed some of the possible changes to the NIS.
These recommendations include increasing the retirement age to 65, increasing NIS contributions, and including the self-employed and migrants in the NIS.
In other news, Trade and Industry Minister Paula Gopi-Sku notes how critically important small and medium-sized businesses are to revive the economy in the post-pandemic era. The minister estimates that Trinidad and Tobago has over 20,000 small and medium-sized businesses, amounting to 85% of registered businesses and account for 70% of employment. She gave hope that the light at the end of the tunnel is near for small and medium-sized businesses.
We have just got to find the market space and get back to producing our products, get back to selling our services, align ourselves with tourism once again, or find new ways of doing it.
The minister says she is aware that the retail sector alone would have been hard hit by the pandemic, but reminds that there are various avenues that small and medium-sized businesses can still go to get some relief through grants or loans.
I know it's not easy. I know you're going to be challenged and tested, but there's really a plethora of opportunities still available. A multitude of agencies and ministries and banks that would listen, credit unions.
In more news, an early morning fire on Sunday morning claimed the life of a 97-year-old Tobago woman. Fire officers were called to Coffee Trace Golden Lane just after 4 a.m., where they found the structure owned by Christiana Neptune John engulfed in flames. Residents of the area say they heard an explosion followed by screams.
I was calling out in the morning because of that call. I think the wife, which is Maureen Kohler, heard them, right? And she would have sent the husband and son out to assist. So from my account, what they said is that Marco was trying to get in from the ply on the side that was already partially pry up, right? And Denzel was trying to open the front door so that he could have access to pull her out.
The elderly woman's body was later discovered among the ruins. She was described as a very active person in the community.
Everybody knew her as Tanti. Tanti wasn't just an old woman sitting down around. She got herself active in a lot of the activities that take place with the primary school on the outside there. So you find that every time they had some kind of field trip, she would have been up and, willing to go around with the children.
An investigation has been launched into how the fire started. However, based on initial observations, it is believed that it may have begun in the kitchen. Internationally, thousands of people have been stranded in Bangladesh's capital as authorities halt almost all public transport before a sweeping lockdown imposed to combat a deadly resurgence of COVID-19 infections. The country reported 119 deaths on Sunday, its highest ever daily death toll from the pandemic, while new infections have been averaging nearly 5,000 for the past few days. Officials blame the recent spike in cases on the highly contagious coronavirus Delta variant first identified in neighboring India. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by the Sea Champion. Recapping the headlines, serious changes to the national insurance system are imminent. Small and medium-sized businesses are critical to revive the economy in the post-pandemic era. An early morning Tobago fire Sunday morning claims the life of a 97-year-old woman, and internationally thousands stranded in Bangladesh as authorities stop almost all public transport due to a deadly resurgence of COVID-19 infections. Stay tuned to the Street 919 FM. I am Vanessa Thomas. To enjoy your afternoon and stay safe.